Hi everyone, hope everybody is doing well. This is Mayank. I am the host of the weekly podcast at Devon, where we talk about AI in software development, what we have learned from different teams across the organization, and what we have learned from our customer engagements. This is a platform to share such information and such knowledge with a larger audience. So, yeah, happy to host another episode of AI in software development podcast from Devon. Today I have with me Himanshu. Himanshu plays a very important role in our organization. I'll let him introduce himself. Himanshu, don't why don't you introduce yourself to our audience?
Thank you, Mayank, for the opportunity of having this podcast. Hello, everyone. Myself, Himanshu. I am working as a principal consultant for with Devon. Currently, I am working for one of the FMC client where I am acting as a DevOps plus AI consultant. My role is majorly related to cloud, DevOps, Power BI, and consulting them in AI. It's been 2 years I'm working with them. So yeah, thank you, Mayank, for the opportunity. Back to you.
Thanks, Himanshu. Pleasure to have you. So, Himanshu, what are we going to talk about today? Zero trust and AI?
Yeah. So basically, nowadays this AI is picking up the boom after like from last couple of years,
Mm-hmm.
and then as you are moving with AI, AI brings lot of new things on the table, but also brings some security concern, and zero trust helps you achieve those security concerns.
Right,
So
right. So, what would be your no nonsense definition of AI? If you have to just describe to a no nonsense description of zero trust, if you have to just describe to, let's say, a layman about what zero trust means, what would be your definition of it?
Okay. So if I put zero trust in a very simple or a person to understand, so never trust, always verify. This is
Mhm.
like the kind of we can say the motto of zero trust. Always verify whatever is coming inside your network from whichever the source, and don't like blindly provide the access.
All right. So, can I say if something is inside my network, I can trust it completely? So, that's an example of zero trust?
No. So
Okay.
if somebody is there inside your network, but you need to verify with multiple levels. So the as we talk about the MFA, right? You have the credentials while still you need to do the second level of authentication. So this is how you verify the users to just keep yourself more secure and safe.
All right. So it's like having a fridge at my office, and a person who has access to office premises can still take my snack away, right? So the example of a proper zero trust will be, let's say, putting a vault inside the fridge and putting my snack inside that vault. Isn't that a good example of zero trust, Himanshu?
Exactly. So somebody is as he is inside your organization, he can. But as you are mentioning, right? We in a fridge we put a extra vault, which will ask him to put, let's say, some fingerprint or bioscan to before he should able to access your stack. So this is like extra level of security you are adding to make it more secure.
All right, all right. Something for me to experiment with now.
Yeah.
Let's see what kind of vault fits into the fridge, the office fridge as such. All right.
Yeah.
So what I understand is it's like zero trust continuously verifies everything, and there's no assumptions made. For example,
Yes.
that there is a fridge inside the office and nobody would take my snack from the office fridge, right? Now, coming to the AI part, Himanshu, in AI world, what we've seen with different customers is there's a lot of data moving, multiple systems interacting, etc. So zero trust becomes an even more important concept in such an environment, right?
Absolutely true, Mank. So, as you know, right, a lot of new AI tools and AI technologies related to Gen AI, agentic AI, the things are coming in. So, you need to bring in more secured and effective access management and other things in place to make your application and network secure.
Right.
While on contrary, AI also helps you achieve it more, the zero trust more precisely
Mhm.
and give lot of good results.
Right, right. I can also think about it in a slightly separate way, right? And let me know if I'm thinking in the correct way, Himanshu. You're
Yeah,
much more
sure.
technical than I am. Let's say if there's a lot of training data for an AI model, even though we probably wouldn't create an AI model by ourselves, but let's say if we are creating an AI model and there's a training data, but there is tampering of the data because zero trust principles have not been implemented, the AI model can start hallucinating because it has been trained with an incorrect data, right? So that just an example of another implementation of zero trust, where not only AI implementation, the way AI is trained is important as well, right?
Yes, exactly. So, as you're talking about tampering of data, right? So, there you can implement zero trust features and with so that your data is secure and only accessed by the required set of tools or
Right.
the applications. So,
Right.
it will bring in more correct values, as you know, right? Nowadays, as we are into the AI world or
Driven systems.
AI driven systems,
Right.
the most important thing is data. And if your
Right.
data is not correct,
Mhm.
your tools will not able to give you the proper results. So
Right.
in that also zero trust helps you.
Right. So the sense that I'm getting is zero trust ensures that only the right people would have access to the systems and models and data as such. And internal systems have to verify that these are trustworthy resources asking for information and only provide them the required access or the information as such. All
So,
right.
Mayank, just want to add one more thing over here. So, zero trust is not like a very new concept, like it came
Mhm.
a year or 1 year back.
Right.
It was more like it was already there in place. Now, as the things are moving towards the AI-driven world,
Mhm.
the zero trust plays a very vital role in
Right.
making the things more secure.
You know. Yes, Himanshu. So if you have to break down, let's say AI, sorry, the zero trust part into different pillars, what are the important pillars or components of zero trust itself?
Okay, so this zero trust majorly stands on five major pillars on which the full structure of zero trust can be built upon. So, very first one is your and access management,
Mhm.
where all those SSO, MFA, and RBAC roles comes into picture
Right.
of implementing. Then the second part is kind of related to the access management, but the least privileges access.
Mhm.
So always be little passive in the approach of providing the access. The minimum or the required permissions only
Mhm.
should be provided to the person or the system or the
Right.
application.
Right.
Then the third one is your micro segmentation of your network.
Mhm.
Make your networks in very small blocks. So
Mhm.
in case any attack or cyber attacks or some hacking happens, you can very easily plug out that network part and
Right.
make the other system secure. Then the third one is your continuous monitoring of the system, wherever the your network, your applications through logs and all those things.
Mhm.
And the fifth part is your data protection, as we're talking.
Right.
And in the last two parts, where the continuous monitoring and data protection, when we talk about, there AI plays a very vital role, a very important role to help you achieve into a more faster and more quick approach
Mhm.
where AI can very easily identify and tell you or take the actions. So nowadays there are some tools in the market who works on the behavioral analytics of the applications. For example, if there is from certain region some set of traffic is coming, which is very malicious and every time, so they automatically AI will take an action and block it.
Mhm.
These
Right.
are all the things like on the five pillars zero trust works upon.
All right. So AI helps zero trust and zero trust helps AI. There's a
Yes,
symbiotic relationship that we see here.
very.
With more and more complex AI systems, Himanshu, I mean, agentic AI, multiple integrations, multiple data models, etc. I'm sure zero trust would also incur cost, right? So I'm sure it's not free. So if we talk about cost, how do you see that? How do you see the cost of implementing zero trust for complex systems?
Okay. So, like when you start implementing the zero trust features and the tools related to zero trust,
Right.
initially the ROI, as we have already implemented for one of our customer with a
Mhm.
Microsoft Azure stack,
Mhm.
a couple of tools and which help them achieve the zero trust on those five pillars. And when we did a calculation, approximately 2.5 years,
Mhm.
they will able to achieve their ROI. So as I
Right.
mentioned earlier, like we have IT tickets related to all these network issues and all those. We have seen
Mhm.
that till now they have get down by 40% because of the micro segmentation and all those
Right.
things.
Right. And I
Yeah.
think apart from the ROI, you should also think about the other sneaky cost that comes in, right? The opportunity cost. So, for example, let's say if you have a reconfiguration because of zero trust, or if you have downtime because of, your zero trust is not properly implemented, or there's a security breach, then it's not a security decision anymore. It suddenly becomes a business decision, right? So, in that
Exactly.
sense, I think it's not worth thinking only about the ROI as but what are the business benefits of implementing such a solution as well.
Yes. So there are some examples, right, where this critical cyber attacks happened with the help of this AI tools,
Mhm.
in some of the organizations. So with help of zero trust, as I was mentioning, like if you have a very macro segmented network, you can quickly plug out and at least reduce the other system and then quickly take an action. Or you already have so much of data in
Mhm.
place so that your AI can help you already take the action before if any something is coming inside your system. Like or AI can automatically block those requests and all those things before they actually get into the system.
Right,
So
right.
that
So
way
zero
it becomes
trust and
different.
right.
Yeah.
So zero trust and AI together, I think, is super important for the modern systems, but also
Yes.
could be a senior serious investment depending on your landscape. But what we could do, Himanshu, is in one of our future episodes, we can also see how this investment actually pays off with, let's say, an example of ROI, and what kind of breaches could be avoided with zero trust implementation.
Yeah, Mayank, absolutely. Like in our next episode or somewhere, we can I can share with you one of our case study that we have done for one of our customer, and we can go through it and see
All right.
how what all parameters it worked upon and how it helped the
Yeah.
customer to achieve the
I wouldn't
costs.
want to miss that at all. So looking forward to our next conversation, Himanshu. It was pleasure having you, Himanshu, today at our episode. And for everybody who's listening, please go ahead and let us know if you have any questions around zero trust implementation, or have you found zero trust implementation important for your projects as well. Thanks and have a good rest of the day.
Thank you. Thanks, Mayank. Thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you.